exactly in 230 days and 6 hours. Can Canada win the World Cup the Marsch way? Welcome to the first ever video of Post 90. My name is Axel. Today we'll see who is Jesse Marsch. Without further delay, for years the Canadian men's national team felt like a ship taking on water. A stunning, miraculous rise to the World Cup was followed by not by glory but by chaos. Financial disaster loomed. The Olympic team staged a public boycott. The foundation was cracking beneath our feet. We weren't just losing game, we were losing faith. The question wasn't if the ship will sink, but when. The weight of the crisis was crushing. The program needed more than a coach. It needed a stabilizer. It needed someone with a vision and a force of personality to pull the pieces back together, to remind the players why they were the crest. That stability arrived with one name: Jesse Marsch. Marsch didn't come to the club with cash and certainty. He came to the program in genuine disarray. His first job was to teach the high press. It wasn't about the tactics at all. It was about to rebuild the trust, to clear the decks with deep-seated grievance, to set a course away from the rocks. It was a mission of culture first, then tactics second. Slowly, step by step, the water stopped rushing in, the bleeding has been contained, the issue hasn't vanished, but the foundation is secure. And the players are looking forward, not backward. The sinking ship is no more, it's a steady ship, guided by its wise captain, Jesse Marsch. Alright, so let's start with his playing career. Jesse Marsch played college soccer for Princeton University, which is in New Jersey, where he was a member for the Princeton Tigers from 1992 to 1995. He achieved All-American honors in 1995, which is essentially the annual awards given to the best college athletes in any sports. During his fourth season, he accumulated 29 goals and 15 assists. He finished both in 1994 and 1995 season as the Ivy League leading scorer and was named into the All-Ivy team in both of those years. In his final year, in senior year, he scored 16 goals and led the Tigers to the NCAA appearance. And at that time, his coach was Bob Bradley. Remember that name. As you can tell here, this guy he's a hard worker. So let's continue to follow his journey. Then came 1996. Marsch was selected 21st in the MLS college draft. He was drafted by DC United in the third round of the draft. He spent 2 seasons with the club where he played 15 games during his time at DC, and he won significant honors, the MLS Cup in 1996, in 1997, the Supporter Shield in 1997, and the US Open Cup in 1996. Again, notably, the assistant coach of DC United during that time was Bob Bradley, who was also Marsch coach at Princeton. And then came 1998. Marsch was acquired by Chicago Fire soon after the expansion draft. He immediately became a regular starter and remained a mainstay in the team's lineup through 2005. He was acquired by Chicago after Bob Bradley was named to lead the expansion club. His accomplishment with Chicago Fire includes 200 regular season appearances for the Fire from 1998 to 2005, and then he left the club as the all-time leader regular season game played. He helped the Fire win the 1998 MLS Cup, which gave him 3 leagues championship in 3 seasons. He won the US Open Cup 3 times, 1998, 2000, 2003, and he won the Supporter Shield in 2003. As you can see, this guy didn't play games. Whatever he went, he was always a winner. Wow. I mean, let's take a look at the next video. These penalty kicks were crazy at that time.
We'll have to go back. Game 2, Monday night at Mile High. Jesse Marsch for the win.
Following the 2005 season, Marsch was transferred to Chivas USA, at the time was based in LA, where Bob Bradley was then coaching. He played 4 seasons with Chivas USA, making 106 appearances and scoring 8 goals as a midfielder. Marsch retired on February 5th, 2010 after his time with Chivas USA. He was one of the 3 players to play in each of the first 14 MLS seasons, MLS roughly started in 1995. I mean, take a look at this guy. This guy was a winner at all costs. He wanted to fight David Beckham here. He earned 2 caps for the United States national team between 2001 and 2007, scoring 0 goals. Sorry, Marsch, I had to add that. Now let's take a look at the next era. Marsch transitioned immediately into coaching upon retiring as a player on February 5th, 2010. He started as an assistant coach for the US men national team under his former college and club coach Bob Bradley from 2010 to 2011. Marsch was part of the staff when the US team reached the round of 16 at the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa, the first time the team won its group since 1930. The US lost to Ghana in extra time with a winning goal happening in the 93rd minute. He remained with the program until Bob Bradley was fired in July 2011. In 2011, Marsch was named the first head coach of the MLS expansion franchise Montreal Impact, now known as CF Montreal, which began playing in 2012. He oversaw the expansion draft and built the team. The team finished with 12 wins, 7 draws, 17 losses, with a winning percentage of 33%. Ooh. At the time, it was the best inaugural MLS team record since Seattle 2009. Although the team management expressed satisfaction with his work, he left by mutual agreement in November 2012 after the club's inaugural season due to differences with management regarding how the team should be run. Marsch later reflected that the experience made him better and more equipped to handle difficulties as a coach. After taking a year off to travel the world with his family, Marsch served as a volunteer assistant coach for his college team, the Princeton Tiger men's soccer team, beginning in August 2013. A Division I top scorer credited Marsch with teaching with attacking soccer, focused on movement, positioning, and finding space. Then came the Red Bull era, where his managerial career exploded. I guess Red Bull does really give you wings. Jesse Marsch was appointed as the head coach of the New York Red Bulls in January 2015. Marsch led the New York to immediate success in his inaugural season, guiding the club to MLS Supporters Shield in 2015 and 2018, and earning the MLS Coach of the Year in 2015. Wow. Marsch will remain in charge until July 2018, departing as the coach with the most wins in the club history, boasting a final record of 75 wins, 32 draws, 44 losses in 151 matches. The team scored 256 goals and conceded 175 goals. They had a winning percentage of 50%. Wow, not bad. He then moved to Germany as an assistant coach at RB Leipzig under the head coach Ralf Rangnick during the season 2018 to 2019. Little side note, Ralf Rangnick is a GOAT technical director. Now he coaches the Austria national team. Maybe they'll face Canada in the World Cup 2026. Marsch was tasked with organizing the team training session and preparing them for opponents. During Marsch's tenure as an assistant, RB Leipzig achieved third place in Bundesliga. They reached the final German Cup, ultimately finishing as runner-up after failing to Bayern Munich. They competed in the UEFA Europa League, where the team finished third in a group and bowed out. Following the 2018-2019 season, Marsch departed Leipzig to become the manager of their sister club, FC Red Bull Salzburg, in the Austrian Bundesliga. Jesse Marsch's managerial tenure at FC Red Bull Salzburg was a highly successful period. Marsch was appointed as the head coach of Red Bull Salzburg starting from July 1st, 2019, and remained in charge until June 30, 2021. Marsch managed 94 matches for Red Bull Salzburg. He achieved a strong record, 64 wins, 13 draws, 17 losses. His win percentage was 68%. That is crazy. His team averaged 2.18 points. Marsch led the club to domestic doubles, winning both the league and cup in both seasons he was in charge. 2019-2020 season, Salzburg won the Austrian Bundesliga, the Austrian Cup. In the league, the team won 68.75% of their games and finished 12 points ahead of second place Rapid Wien. Wow. Marsch became the first American coach to win a top-flight league title in Europe. The UEFA Cup final resulted in a 5-0 victory against Austria Lustenau. During the 2020-21 season, Salzburg repeated defeat, winning the Austrian Bundesliga and the Austria Cup, defeating LASK 3-0. Under Marsch, Salzburg made continuous appearance in the Champions League group stage for the first time in the club's history. When Salzburg faced Liverpool in October 2019 in the Champions League, during this match at Anfield, Marsch gave a crazy halftime talk that inspired the team to score 3 goals in the second half, though they ultimately lost 4-3. This speech, delivered in German and in English, went viral and served as an introduction to Marsch for much of the European footballing community. During the beginning of his tenure, he coached talented players, notably the Norwegian striker Erling Haaland. Haaland scored 17 goals in 16 league appearances under Marsch before his transfer in 2020. Let's take a look at the speech. I apologize for the bad language, but it just shows how he's passionate.
They have to feel us, guys. They have to know we're fucking here to compete. Not just that we're stylistically going to try to play the same way, but we came to fucking play, right? That is what's most important. We're going to talk a little bit about tactics, but we got to step on that field. And when we say Selbstvertrauen, that means will also. Will füreinander und jetzt ist es ich gegen ihn oder euch oder egal. It's us against them. And let's fucking raise our will. Let's raise our competitive our fight, okay?
Jesse Marsch went back to RB Leipzig, but it was a short-lived tenure. Marsch was announced as the head coach starting from the 2021 to 2022 season and mutually agreed to part ways with the club on December 5th, 2021. Marsch managed the total of 21 games across all competition, with a win of 8 wins, 4 draws, 9 losses. The winning percentage of 38.10%. Ooh, he dropped. When Marsch was sacked on December 2021, RB Leipzig was sitting 11 in the Bundesliga table with 18 points from 14 games. And then he was available to join Leeds United.
Exclusive interview with Leeds' new head coach Jesse Marsch after he signed a 3-year contract to succeed Marcelo Bielsa.
Marsch has spoken to our reporter Tim Thornton at Ellen Road to discuss his vision for the club and how he plans to keep them in the Premier League.
Obviously, I'm excited, but I'm very focused on the task at hand. I know that, the situation's not exactly what anyone had envisioned when the season started. But, I have my energy, I'm focused, and I'm ready to go to do whatever it takes to help this team.
Marsch's immediate task was successful as he guided Leeds United to a crucial 2-1 win away at Brentford on the final day of the season and helped the club avoid relegation in 17th place. Leeds United with Jesse Marsch was always an interesting watch. The Premier League is the top league and Leeds will win in the last minutes or surprise big teams. At the end of his tenure, you could tell that was starting to become difficult for him.
Team, right? And they're good men. They work really hard. They give everything they have. I just got to figure out ways to make them better. That's my job right now. And I've got to keep them strong and keep them believing in themselves and keep believing in what we're doing. And I know we have quality and I know we have a good team. It's going to turn.
Do you accept, though, any reaction from the fans, any frustration there that it is not happening yet?
Of course, I have frustration with myself, right? I don't look at the team and blame them. I want to get more out of them. That's in the end, it's my job. So I take responsibility, no doubt.
He will remain in charge until February 6, 2023, when he was sacked after managing 37 matches.
Leeds have confirmed that they have sacked Jesse Marsch. He's been relieved of his duties, they say. Of course, he joined the club, less than 12 months ago. It was February.
Canada Soccer had been operating without a permanent head coach since John Herdman stepped down to take over Toronto FC. Jesse Marsch was officially named the head coach of the Canadian men's national team on May 13, 2024. The appointment of the American, whose coaching resume includes stints in the Premier League, Bundesliga, and MLS, was secured through a unique Compass financial arrangement designed to help the Canadian Soccer Association financial difficulties. The most striking details of the Marsch appointment is the financial structure implemented by the Canada soccer leadership, specifically the new CEO, Kevin Blue. The primary source of this financial support came from the owners of the three Canadian Major League Soccer, Toronto FC, Vancouver Whitecaps, and CF Montreal. Before the Canadian appointment, he was interviewed for the US men's national team. Marsch did not like the way he was treated.
Eventually go to a rival of the U.S. and I love everything that you're going to bring.
Contributing and playing for the national team, playing for the youth national teams, coaching at the World Cup with the U.S. national team. My respect for U.S. soccer is big, but I went through a process with them, right? And I'm not going to go into it, but I wasn't treated very
Marsch
well.
took over the team with only about 2 months of preparation leading up to the 2024 Copa America. Ahead of the tournament, Canada scheduled a high-profile friendlies. On June 6, 2024, Canada played Netherlands on his debut, which they lost 4-0. Then Canada played France, the number 2 team in the FIFA men's ranking, and they drew 0-0. In Copa America, Canada advanced to the knockout stages as runner-up of their group. First, they lost to 2-0 in the opening match to the World and South American champion Argentina. And then they played Peru. Canada achieved 1-0 victory over Peru, with Marsch praising the team as discipline and maturity in the performance. And then they played Chile, which resulted in a 0-0 game, and it secured their advancement. And then in the knockout stages, in the quarterfinals, Canada beat Venezuela on penalties to advance. And then in the semi-final, they faced Argentina again, which they were obviously they lost it 2-0, and they were eliminated from the final. But Canada has still a chance to finish in the top 3. Canada finished in 4th place after contesting the bronze medal game against Uruguay. The match ended dramatically when Uruguay scored in the added time and Canada lost on penalties. Against Uruguay in the 3rd place match, Canada was noted for having a better tactical strategy and seemingly beating up Uruguay, including beating Marcelo Bielsa. Then Marsch coached Canada's squad in the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup, which served as the final competitive test before the 2026 World Cup. CONCACAF is essentially similar to Euros, AFCONs, or the AFC Asian Cup. So Canada won the Group B, defeating Honduras 6-0, dispatching El Salvador 2-0, and tying Curacao 1-1. Then Canada was eliminated in the quarterfinal after a 6-5 penalty shootout, lost to Guatemala, who are the number 106 in the FIFA men's ranking. The match finished 1-1 after 90 minutes. Marsch overall record with Canada stands at 11 wins, 8 draws, 4 losses in 23 matches. 4 of Canada's draws under Marsch have resulted in penalty shootouts. Canada has lost 3 of those shootouts to Uruguay at Copa America, Ivory Coast at Canadian Shield tournament, and Guatemala at the Gold Cup. Do you guys hear that? I'm joking. One thing that I have to say, Canada is progressing. From being 122 in October 2014, that's 11 years ago, to being ranked 49 when Jesse Marsch started, to now being ranked 26. That is really impressive, especially with all the issues behind the scenes. I'm excited to see where the future takes us. So, with that being said, do you think Canada can win the World Cup? Leave a comment below. In my opinion, I think at least round of 32. But again, we can always dream. Maybe Jesse Marsch will surprise us. Who knows? But I don't think so. So we can always dream though. Okay? Leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.